Good morning. I'm back. It's the 3rd of November, 2025, and it's lovely to be back. And I would start off by saying thank you very much for everyone's support and prayers. Very much valued. My voice is sort of around 80-90% better. My eyesight is now 90% better. I'm in a good place. I'm on the mend. And on top of all of that, my YouTube channel is back after 4 years of being banned. When I went into the information as to why I was banned, it was malinformation, information that was accurate, but the government didn't want you to know. So we were telling you 4 years ago what was going to happen, and they didn't want you to know what was really going on. But now you can see it all. Everybody who woke up 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, is now seeing it all play out. And none more so than just before this weekend on Friday, which happened to be Halloween. And what a great time for, as part of the movie, the Federal Reserve to print another 30 billion US dollars. Now, for anybody that's awake, you'll know that the Federal Reserve is closed down. So the only way they could print $30 billion is in the pantomime. But this is for those people who are awake and can see it, but the world has to see it. For people in government, they call it quantitative easing. For normal people like me and you, it's blatant fraud. Because if you and I were just to print 30 billion, we wouldn't be sat here. We'd be sat in prison. But the governments around the world are so corrupt, they've just been printing money to kingdom come. But the world has to see it to believe it. And today, you're waking up on the 3rd of November with us back on YouTube. We're still on our own channel, charlieward.com. Come and see us there. And we're bringing you the news day to day. And my thanks goes out to Paul and Drew, who've been carrying the ship along while I've been in hospital poorly. And a massive thank you to you both. And thank you to the audience for staying with us through a difficult time. This is all part of the time that we're going through. My heart goes out to you all. My love goes out to you all. My thanks goes out to you all. And we're in a good place. We're now seeing everything that happened in 2020 and 21 come to light now in the movie. It's all happened. Don't live in fear. Don't live in panic. You're seeing things in Iran and Israel. You're seeing Taiwan and China. You're seeing Venezuela and America. People standing up. Italy is closed down. France is closing down. The UK is standing up. It's all happening, but it's not in mainstream media. Well done to these countries. And welcome and good morning, Drew and Paul.
Welcome back, Charlie. You've been greatly missed worldly, widely, everywhere. And as we start the morning news, going into my first story, construction beneath the White House continues. Officially, it's modernisation, but some insiders suggest it symbolises a deeper reorientation, architectural, energetic and political. Whether literal or symbolic, Washington is quietly reshaping the foundation of its power.
It's all significant, but it's all distraction. It's all part of the movie. Most people have seen Hillary Clinton claiming it's your building, it's not his building. And Donald Trump very kindly said he was going to call it the Monica Lewinsky ballroom. This is all part of the pantomime. And when you see through it, it's getting to the funny stage. And for those people that are awake, that's quite funny. It's nice to have a sense of humour in a time. But Washington, as Washington was DC, is now a state of America. This is all part of the exposure. Paul.
Well, Charlie, keeping on part of the exposure, Venezuelan opposition leader and this year's Nobel Peace Prize winner, Maria Corina Machado, has sparked outrage after suggesting US military action could help remove President Maduro. Machado told Bloomberg she believes Washington's naval buildup off Venezuela's coast is the only way to force Maduro from power.
Yeah, and this is all about regime change. It's got nothing to do with drugs. It's got everything to do with natural resource. And of course, China and Russia are sitting there very quietly in Venezuela, prepared to defend it. And of course, every opposition leader in history will come up with stories, and we've heard it from America, we've heard it from the UK, all about regime change. We saw it in Iraq, we saw it in Libya, we saw it in Syria. It's the same playbook, exactly the same playbook. They come up with completely different stories, weapons of mass destruction, whatever they can come up with. And again, with Venezuela, they want Maduro out. Nothing to do with drugs, everything to do with rare earth minerals. And China knows that. So does Russia. And they're in there defending him. And of course, anybody who wants his job will come up with the same story. But now, because the playbook has been used over and over and over again, those people who are awake, we can see it.
And the UK headlines: in the UK, Nigel Farage returned to the City of London, promising to deliver the Brexit Britain voted for, while Rachel Reeves faced criticism for her latest economic proposals. Britain continues to grapple with rising domestic violence, from a train stabbing in Cambridgeshire to renewed energy policy debates.
Well, for anybody who's watched politics for the last 50 years, if you only go back 30 years, 40 years, and see the people that were in government then against what we've got now, it doesn't matter which side of the house you look at, you've got a room full of monkeys without a brain. There's not one there. There's not one there that qualifies to be running the UK or looking after the UK's interests. Not one. These are all puppets. And the reason these puppets are used, because they're all blackmailed. Every single one of them. They're all under blackmail. So they're doing as they're told by the one world order, one world government, Davos, the Davos crew, George Soros, whoever you want to call it. But it's now getting so stupid, and it has to get this stupid, with people walking around the streets of England with machetes, all tooled up, ready to kill people, just because they're white. And this now, at long last, the UK, the men in the UK are standing up. Well done.
The US and China are reopening military hotlines to prevent future clashes, according to US War Secretary Pete Hegseth. The decision follows his meeting with Chinese Defence Minister Admiral Dong Quan at the ASEAN summit in Malaysia. Beijing had cut those lines in 2022 after then Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. Hegseth says the move aims to de-conflict and de-escalate tensions, even as he urged China's neighbours to strengthen their defences against what he called Beijing's aggression in the South China Sea.
Well, for those people who've been watching our show, you'll know that they cut their ties with the Biden administration, the USA Corporation. And I can assure you from first-hand knowledge that Donald Trump has a very, very good open line with China and with Russia, and has had for a number of years. But the Chinese and the Russians have broken communication lines with the so-say former administration. The puppet government was in there. This is all done to show that they were never trusted. They can't be trusted in their own country. They can't be trusted with foreign policy.
Now, my next story sends daggers in my heart every time I hear the stories that are going on in Nigeria. But President Trump warned that the United States could take military action in Nigeria if the government fails to stop the killings of Christians. It's a statement drawing mixed reactions. Supporters say it shows leadership. Critics warn of escalation in a volatile region. It's got to be done, guys. It's got to be done, and they've got to go to India after there as well, because it's happening worldwide and it's got to stop.
And it all comes under the banner, not necessarily of Nigeria, but it's Islamic terrorists. Yeah. These are the people that are doing the damage in Nigeria. And I said it before, and I'll say it again, it's down to the Nigerians to clean house. A bit like it has been in the past with the Jews. It's your job to clean your house. We're going through an awakening period where those in those areas need to do their own dirty work. We all have to do our own dirty work. And it's down to the good people in Nigeria, and there are many of them, to out the Islamic terrorists that are killing the Christians in Nigeria. It has to stop. But the world has to see it. And now it's down to Nigeria, and Nigeria alone, to sort this out.
Ukraine's European backers are set to hold a secret meeting in Madrid next week to coordinate military and financial support. According to El Mundo, delegates from 35 countries have been asked to leave phones outside and avoid social media posts. The talks will focus on boosting aid to Kiev, offering security guarantees and increasing pressure on Russia. Spanish Foreign Minister Jose Manuel Alvarez is expected to attend, while Moscow warns Western support could escalate the conflict.
This is all part of the exposure of Europe. Europe, who's controlled by NATO, NATO that shouldn't even exist, and the UN. These are all warmongers, including the United Kingdom, the royal family. They're all part of the machine, and it's falling apart. But the world has to see it. The world is now seeing who is trying to create war and who is trying to create peace.
And TikTok has permanently removed Press TV's account just hours after the outlet released a documentary on Israel's use of social media influencers. TikTok has not explained the ban, but media observers say it fits a larger pattern of tightening control over politically sensitive narratives.
Well, we've experienced that where they've tried to silence us, and they always thought that they let us get to a certain number and then they blocked us out. They never thought that social media would take over from the legacy media. And of course, now very few people are watching legacy media because there's very little that is truthful in legacy media other than today's date. So if you want to know the truth, join us at charlieward.com, or now we're back on YouTube for as long as they allow us and realise that we're telling the truth. And that was the news on the 3rd of November, 2025. Have a wonderful day. Don't live in fear. It's all been done. We're now seeing the pantomime play out. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.